Video shows lengthy rescue of man trapped under bridge for 6 days. Welcome back to Hannah's Newsroom. Today we'll be talking about a man who was trapped for 6 days underneath the bridge in his vehicle.
In his vehicle?
What? 6 days.
How did he not starve?
How did he not
Dehydrate?
get
Did you just drink water?
out?
Like, as it, oh.
Dude, it is a gnarly. Okay, I'll show you guys
tell
the
us.
picture.
Yeah, maybe it's like a bridge that he's like hanging.
No. Look at this freaking picture. You need to put that in the video. That's how he couldn't get out.
Yeah, but I don't really understand what's happening.
Okay,
right there.
okay,
Okay, tell us.
He rolled a bun?
Maybe.
okay. We're not going to put the video in there, but Matt Rim was miraculously rescued. Rim, who travels frequently to work, was driving on Interstate 94 in Indiana when his truck... What kind of word is that?
Speaking of that.
Careened? What kind of word is that? To the right of the highway barrier, went airborne, rolled several times to the left, and ended up underneath the bridge. The final resting position of his truck was shielded by the bridge, leaving it out of view for those traveling the interstate above. Can you freaking imagine?
I take back everything I said at the beginning. You too?
Yeah.
Yeah, we take it all back.
Yes.
Damn. How is he? Is he okay?
Okay. So Rim would remain trapped under the bridge for 6 days until a pair of fishermen found him.
Whoa.
I saw the interview with the fishermen. And I'm so sorry. This is Fox
Oh, yeah.
10
Credited.
Phoenix. And this was January 10th. So I remember watching the TikTok where the fishermen were like, "Oh, we're just trying to find this good fishies, blah, 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 blah." And then they saw glimmer, like shining off the truck. And he was like, "I wonder what that is." And they go over and they see him and they're like, "Oh, shit. It's somebody, like, they've, like, died." And then I can't remember if he, like, touched him or whatever, and he, like, moved, and he was like, he's alive. Because
6 days.
yes, you saw the wreckage.
Yo, that
Can you
was...
imagine?
Okay.
6 days.
First responders rescue a man who was trapped in his truck under a bridge after 6 days. It was very fortunate that we saw through the cracks of the woods the shining of the wreck, and curiosity took us over there.
He would have died.
Yeah, 100%.
Died.
Garcia, one of the fishermen, said he looked inside the vehicle, moved the airbag, and saw the man's body.
Oh,
Also,
That's like a horror movie.
Yeah.
it is. But also, I would be afraid of what would come at me.
Yes.
You know, so I'm not moving anything.
That-
I'm not touching anything.
Well, curiosity 100% would.
and these are men.
That's
No
true.
offense.
That's true.
That's
That's
like,
true.
I would be like, I'm not touching
Yeah,
that.
well,
And
yeah,
Blaine
yeah,
would be
it's
like,
like,
let me get in there. You know?
Yeah.
100%. I went to touch the shoulder. Literally what I just said. I went to touch the shoulder and the movement. Oh, the moment I touched the shoulder, he swung around. He woke up, said Garcia. He was alive and he was very happy to see us. I'm getting like,
I know. I'm
Hold
getting
on.
emotional.
I've never seen a relief like that. He says he tried yelling and screaming, but no one could hear him. It was quiet, just the sound of the water. Can you imagine?
For 6 days.
Just listening. I mean, I listen to sleep sounds, but
not eating, not
Can,
moving,
like, can you
not-
imagine how...
you would just have to pee yourself, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he didn't have anything to eat or drink, so after the first day, he went... Oh, my gosh.
It's literally wild. So, Room was taken to a
Where
South...
was the state? I'm so sorry.
Indiana.
Okay.
Was taken to a South Bend, Indiana hospital with life-threatening injuries. Reports say he is recovering from a leg amputation, a broken ankle, and a broken hand. It looked like he was really fighting to be there, to stay around. He didn't want to go, said Garcia. And that's it for the article.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
No,
So-
I literally couldn't.
No, I
Have
don't
you
want
guys
to.
watched that 127-hour
Absolutely not.
where he saws his arm off
Absolutely not.
No.
so that he can
127, hours. The rock climbing guy that got his hand trapped
Yep.
and then he saws it off to get out.
But I can't remember what he used to saw. But that makes me think, because you said they had to eventually amputate his leg,
Because it was probably crushed.
Yeah,
and he
and
couldn't get
blood
out, and that's
flow.
probably what trapped him from not being able to get out of the wreckage. But holy crap! Like, nope. I like.
And
Can you do for 6 days? I would go crazy.
probably in and out of consciousness.
Yeah.
That,
Fact.
yeah.
And like literally he probably wore himself out screaming. Like, can you imagine just listening? It's a movie. They'll make a movie.
Oh,
They 100% will make a movie because
you're welcome, Netflix.
yeah.
Hulu, HBO,
Yes, make it a movie.
Peacock.
because
No family?
well, but that's the thing is, you know how many people disappear and are never found?
Also, that wreckage, like, where do you guys have your phone whenever you're in your car? It's if it spins
yeah.
and
Oh, I
it-
have it
it's-
latched.
so
it's
you'd be
connected.
fine.
It's
You'd-
connected
you'd
to the thing.
survive.
But if your arms are trapped,
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah.
hey Siri,
Uh,
she's listening to me. But then you're so disoriented
Yeah.
too. So if you were literally, I want to say punctured, it's not the right word, but
Impaled.
impaled in some way, you're just bleeding out. Like you don't have that much time. 6 days.
Oh lordy. Well,
Can you I
Thank
bet it was
goodness.
slow motion.
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
You know, it has to be slow motion
Thank
to be in
goodness
that kind
for
of a
those
wreck.
fishermen.
Yes.
Like, literally
They'd be
just
dead.
just gonna go fish.
Yeah.
You know,
They were checking
like-
out their normal spot or whatever, and they were like, "What is that?"
Yeah. Well,
I mean, I definitely would have gone over there.
that's crazy.
Oh.
It also makes you like think about, do I go over any bridges?
It
like
doesn't
before
have to
I
be
know.
bridges around here. It can be cliffs.
Yeah, or
Yeah,
it could
yeah.
be freaking turn a corner. You heard about that like guy who did 80 miles per hour on Academy and flipped his car? Did you guys hear about that?
No.
Last week? Yeah. Last week.
No.
He was going almost 80 on Academy, and he went to turn and flipped his car and passed away. One of the girls at my work, she knows him from her boyfriend's owns a business. Like,
Wow.
it's
Oh.
just crazy.
Car. Yes.
Crazy.
Crazy.
Car
It
acc-
can happen
That's
like that.
That like, isn't it like one of the most like the lead things? That,
Cause
like,
of death.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Gosh, I could not get there. I couldn't get there, man.
I got you.
I was struggling.
Yeah.
Cause of death. It's just because you're driving this thing.
Yeah.
Like a torpedo.
A
Huge,
torpedo, and you're going fast,
Mhm.
and you don't have control over anybody else. Like, actually, today on the way to your house, we were James was driving, and we came to a 4-way stop. And as we were pulling up to the 4-way stop, a truck and a U-Haul, he was pulling a U-Haul, was probably going about 50, 60,
Didn't stop.
blew right through the 4-way
Shut
stop
up.
and just kept going. And I was like, to me, it looks like they can't stop. Like, that's how fast they were going through a 4-way stop. And I was like, I'm pretty sure that sign's a stop sign. Oh, it's a stop sign. And I told James, I was like, thank goodness we weren't 5 minutes earlier.
Yeah.
Because that would
Yeah.
have been you getting hit
Yeah.
Yep.
by someone being reckless.
Reckless.
And you just have no control over anything. And a lot of, like, that individual maybe didn't hit anybody,
Yeah.
didn't do anything, but they were driving recklessly.
Yep.
And now they're no longer here because they had the need for speed, you know? Like,
Or something else. I mean, there's a lot of accidents that happen too due to a medical emergency.
yes.
So also, like, I mean, that
Yep, in
in
our
your
neighborhood.
neighborhood,
Yep.
the
Mhm.
elderly person had a seizure or
Yep.
passed out,
Yep.
and their foot's on the gas,
Yep.
and
They hit somebody's fence and hit their house, and my brother-in-law was actually walking right next to it. Saw the car coming through
the park.
just the park.
It-
Literally hit the fence, hit the house. then drove across the street, hit
Hit
another
another
house.
house.
Yeah, and it was because she had a heart attack or a seizure or something like that. Yeah, and it's just like you don't
You
you
don't know.
you don't know. It's
Life is short,
crazy.
folks. Life is short. Tell people where you're going.
Yeah.
I mean, especially like if you're going to go on a hike or anything like that. But still, like
Let them know.
if
If you don't hear back from me,
like if
Yeah.
my work calls you as my emergency contact, you know. But once
not
again,
good. Not good. It means it's not good.
Yeah.
yeah, something's amiss.
Yes, a miss.
But thank you so much for joining Hannah's Newsroom. We will see you next week.
Yes.
Okay, and until then,
Bye.